he's asking, actually I want to talk about this. So he's asking if I have any socials for the channel at all, and this is actually something that I wanted to talk to you guys about. So at first, when I first created the channel, I thought about creating an Instagram account for the channel, but I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna actually like go through with the channel at all, if I'm gonna keep posting. So I already had other social medias that I wanted to be active on, so I was like, I'm not gonna add on to that. So I'll just create the channel, and if I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll create an account. And we did. So, but the thing is, now that I'm working, I literally work with social media, and that means that I have so many accounts that I'm in charge of, and this one would just be another one. So I can't make one. I can't create an Instagram account for the channel, because I do think it's also like a better way to connect with you guys, but I wouldn't be crazy active on it. You know, I wouldn't be like super active on it, but it would be good to have one, I guess. And who knows, maybe I will be able to post more than I think that I will there. So it's up to you guys. What do you guys think? Do you think I should like make an IG account for the channel, or just like sticking with this YouTube channel is enough? You guys can talk to me. I could post things about my life there, and also post like snippets of videos. I don't know if I would do that, but anyways, you guys tell me what you think about it. Okay, so next question is re_of sunshine. This is Rihanna, I think it's your name, right? You were in my subscribers' names, I'm pretty sure. My question is about Brazil, as I know very little about your country. What sort of food would you often eat, and is it hot weather all year round? So thank you for your question, Rihanna and Josh. So what sort of food would I often eat? So a classic Brazilian dish is beans, rice, and like steak, like meat. I don't know. I'll put a picture up, but that's like classic Brazilian lunch. So our lunch is often like a full-on meal, which I think most countries eat during dinner. We can have full-on meals on lunch and dinner, but usually it's during lunch. So that's like our classic dish we have. But we have a lot of Brazilian dishes. We have feijoada, which is this really like this black beans with a lot of stew, and it just goes so much goes in there, but it's really good. We also have some sweets like brigadeiro, which is basically like this. It's chocolate, like powdered chocolate with sweetened condensed milk and other ingredients. Well, I think it's just like butter. So you just mix that up in the stove in a pan, and it's just, you can eat it with a spoon in a plate when it's like, it's not as hot, but you can also make little balls of and put some sprinkles on it, and it's delish. So in summer it only like intensifies. But there are other regions and states, especially like in the south of Brazil, where it can actually get very cold, or at least like really cold for a Brazilian. But it can get very cold. It doesn't usually snow in Brazil, like very light snow in the south. In the like south of Brazil, it can snow very like lightly. But for me personally, for me in my state, in my region, it basically is hot weather all year round. But like I said, we do have like in the winter it like becomes a little less hot and a little chilly even, but it's just basically a lot of rain. So someone else, I think Sarah, they have a really long username, but it will be in the screenshot. 3 things that you love and 3 things you hate about Brazil. Okay, so thank you for your question, sir. 3 things I love. 1, the people, for sure. The people of Brazil are so heartwarming, so inviting, and of course we have people who are not like that. I mean, every country has, but they're so happy also. Like they know how to have a good time. I think that's what I mean. And I don't know, like Brazil just has the best people, I'd say. Well, that's one thing. Second thing, the food. I'd say the food. Because I just spent, I don't know how much time talking about the food. I love the food. And it's even like different for me. Like there's Brazilian food, and then each state or region has its own food that's proper, that's like that region, you know what I mean? So my region also has very good food. So if you ever come to Brazil, come to Pernambuco, okay? We have good food for you. It's one thing, right? Okay. So one more thing that I love about Brazil. Let me see. I don't know. We have a lot of beaches, which I love. I love going to the beach. And especially where I live, which is close to, I live in a state that's close to like a lot of beaches. So I love the beaches in Brazil. Like they're amazing. And 3 things I hate about Brazil. Definitely like security. Is it security? Is that the right word? But this is another discussion that I have to get into. Okay, so Brazil, it's not the safest country by far, but Brazil is also not such a violent country that you can't walk in the streets. I've seen a lot of foreigners talking about this before, and do not talk about something that you don't know. Okay, I get defensive about my country. Like it has its flaws, a lot of them, but Brazil is not this crazy violent country that people make it out to be. You can walk around, okay, you can go to places, but you do have to be safe. notion that we have to take care of the environment, because our planet is dying. And yeah, I'm not gonna go into that, or else it's gonna be depressing. But yeah, you get it. You get the gist. Okay. So sorry if you heard that. My stomach just made a noise. Okay, so Alina asks a bunch of questions, which is great. Thank you for your questions, Alina. So do you like reading? If so, favorite book? That's the first question. Kind of two in one, but anyway. I do love reading. I've talked about reading quite a lot, I feel like, here. I do want to make more like videos about reading, about books in general. I've liked reading for a while now. I think since I was like 11. That's when I like found joy in reading. And I stopped for a while, and then I got back. I stopped like in 2016, I think, and then I got back into reading like end of 2019 or end of 2019. I think I got back to it, and I've been reading a lot ever since. I'm a little slow lately because with like work and school and like university, it's a little hard. But yeah, I do love reading. And a favorite book, that's a complicated question, because I have trouble finding like my favorites of anything. But I think I've mentioned this series, this small town romance series called Bailey Brothers by Claire Kinsley. I've talked about it. They're not exactly interconnected standalones because they're best read in order, but they're really good. They're about 5 brothers. So the 2 first books, it's about the same couple, and then the other ones, each one is about a different couple, and I really love it. It's full of like, it's romance, but it has like some action, a lot of drama. Well, there's a feud between families, and the city itself, it's a character which I loved. They're good characters. There's I said action already, right? There's a little bit of suspense. There's treasure hunt a little bit too, and it's so good. I really loved it. But there's also another one that I don't think I've mentioned before. I don't think, called The Simple Wild. It's also a series, but there's 2 books and a novella about the same couple, and then there's another book that's about a different couple. But I loved it. I loved it. The first book is my favorite for sure. I think I cried a little bit. But I love the couple. I love the setting. It's also like the town it's a character type of book, which I've found out I love. It's in Alaska, and it's so nice. I really liked it. I think the couple, I remember, I mean, it's been a while since I read it, but I remember reading it and thinking that the couple really knew how to communicate. And that's something that I really like in books. Like, I don't like the miscommunication thing at all. And if a couple doesn't know how to communicate with each other, I don't like it. And I remember reading The Simple Wild and the other books and thinking that they knew how to communicate really well, so I really liked it. And yeah, so that's one of my favorites also. So another question that Alina made was, if you could live anywhere, where would it be? And that's kind of controversial, like with what I said, kind of contradicts what I said, but about Brazil. But I would actually like to live outside of Brazil. it would be nice to be a country, like an English speaking country. Scotland is also like something that a place that I've been really curious about. But anyway, yeah, I think that answered your question. What is your favorite thing about this ASMR channel? So, my favorite thing, I actually like, I love filming the videos. I love filming the videos. But I think my favorite thing is actually when I film the video, I edit it, I post it, and when I get to interact with the people that are commenting on the videos, interacting with people and like actually seeing that people are watching my videos and that I'm helping them sleep, that my voice is like calming them down and helping them get to sleep. That's amazing to me. Like, it's such a nice feeling to be able to help someone like that. And when you guys talk to me in the comments, it's also like one of my favorite parts, interacting with you guys. Yeah. If you could choose to do anything for a day, what would it be? To do anything for a day. Damn, that's a lot of. Wow. That's like broad, but oh my gosh, I don't know. Do anything. You know, I've always wanted to try, and that's like I don't know, but I feel like I've always wanted to know how it is to be like a famous singer and to do like these concerts where it's just full of people singing your songs and being like present there with you. I think I would love to know how that feels. You know what I mean? Like, to just have all these people coming to sing your song, to your songs, to see you, and these people who get so like affected and by your songs, and who have these songs as something like very important to them, and that can, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but, or I don't know if you get it, but I've always wanted to know. So I think if I could be anything, like could do anything for a day, I think I would like to know how that feels, like to know how it is to, you know, have that concert full of people just chanting my songs and being there for me. 16, 16 Candles by John Hughes. I love that movie. I actually was reminded of the movie because of Ariana Grande's We Can Be Friends music video, because she references it in like I think it's the last scene in the music video, and I was like, I got that like right when I saw it. So I was like, oh my god, it's been such a long time since I've seen that movie, and I love it so much. But yeah, let's stick with those 5. But there are other movies that I love. Like I couldn't tell you a list of all of them. We would be here all day. Another question is, what job or industry do you aspire to go into, have in the future? So, my major, which we will talk a little bit more about after, because I know that there's a question about it. My major allows me to go into a lot of areas, including marketing, which is the one that I am working in right now. But I'm working with influencer marketing, and I'm actually really enjoying that area. But another area that I would like to get into, but I'm still not sure like what exactly would my role would be, is just the film industry, or just like entertainment industry, because my major also allows me to go into that, but I've never had any experience with that, like an internship or anything. So joyful. Is that I think like I'm often in a good mood, I'd say. Like my bad moods usually don't last very long. Like I'm a happy overall, like a happy person, I'd say. And I think I'm a good listener also. I'm a good listener, I'd say. Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly 3 words, but there you go. Which ASMR artists inspired you to start a channel? Oh my gosh, I feel like Grace V for sure. Let me think about other ones. Asterisk ASMR also inspired me to start a channel. Who else? She doesn't really post anymore, but I loved her videos. Destiny Whispers. She used to do those like teaching you whatever in her iPad, but she also used to film other videos, and I was obsessed with her videos. But she doesn't post anymore, unfortunately. It's been like quite a while. There's someone else. Maeve ASMR Maeve. She only posts videos in her language now, which is Polish. But she used to post a lot of English videos, and I was also obsessed with her channel. But I don't watch them anymore as much because yeah, she only posts in Polish now. But I love her videos. I think those 4, I think I say 4, inspired me to start a channel. Who are your favorite ASMR artists? Okay, so right now, Talina ASMR, Grace V always, Rage ASMR, let me see, because I'm just a forgetful person. China Unique, I love her. You can see the lighting changed because yeah. Who else? I love Nymphy ASMR. Who else? Haley Jean, Oceans ASMR, Michaela, Senna ASMR loves Asterisk, of course. I've also, let's talk about this. Mom Baby ASMR also really good. I've been obsessed with the Mellow Maddie ASMR. I only found her. I know she's a very popular like ASMR already. She's a very big channel, but when she had a collab with Talina, and I went to like I started watching her videos, and I've just become obsessed with her videos. Like she has the clickiest, most intense South Korea, Seoul. I would love to visit Thailand. I would love to go to Australia, Scotland, Ireland, like I said. But honestly, anywhere, like everywhere, I would love to go. Yeah. Also, I've been for the longest time very intrigued with Hawaii. I don't know why, because like it's not like I don't live in a tropical place. My country is literally tropical, but I don't know. I would love to go to Hawaii someday. I would love to. He also says, "Hope you're doing well and congratulations on reaching 1K. It is so well deserved." Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, another question. Favorite by Michael. Hello Michael, you've been here a while. Thank you so much for your question. Favorite foods, sports, and hobbies. Okay, like I said, favorite anything is very hard for me, but foods. God, I love a good acai bowl, like acai with powdered milk, sweetened condensed milk, and some like peanuts, crushed peanuts. Simple, at least for me, and amazing. But I like other things too. I can't really like. I don't know how to. It's just so many, so much that I don't know. I'm not sports. I'm not a sports person. I will say I'm not a sports person. I only watch soccer during the World Cup, to be honest. So, yeah, I'm not a sports person. In hobbies, to be honest, reading and watching shows and movies, that's my hobby. Those are my hobbies. Okay, next question by Morgan. Thank you so much, Morgan, for your question. What do you do for a living? What's your dream job? I love your videos so much. Thank you, love you. What do I do for a living? So I'm still in university. I will probably be done with university at the end of next year, maybe. Probably. But I did just start an internship, like I said, in influencer marketing. It's an agency that does influencer marketing. So I'm also like a social media manager for the agency, and we also like do some planning for contents for those influencers that they're from the agency. We can like write like scripts for ads and partnerships and stuff that they have. Anyway, it's like a bunch of things, but I do work in the marketing area, influencer marketing. And what's my dream job? Let's talk about it. First, I don't dream about jobs. I've always wanted to say that because that's true. I don't dream about jobs. To be honest, I would love to be an heir that just exists and earns money, but unfortunately, that's also I